So let us begin our cardigan with a chain of 25. I am working with our ribbon yarn and a 6mm hook, and we will begin. So the first part, please watch the presentation. You have the link into the info box and at the end of this video to better understand. So 25 chains, actually it's a multiple of 3 plus 1, and into the last chain I am working my beginning double crochet plus 2 more. I am working with the elongated double crochet, so pull through 1, 2 and 2, not directly 2 and 2, but pull to 1 and 2 and 2. Chain 2, so I work my first group of 3 double crochets, chain 2, and into the same chain work 1 more group of 3 double crochet. Actually what I just have done is the first corner of my rectangle. So we will actually work the granny rectangle. It is really easy. It is all worked with the granny. So skip 2 chains and into the third work 1 group of 3 elongated double crochets, and you will continue on like this until the end. So just chain 2, sorry, not chain 2, skip 2 and work into the third chain 3 double crochets. So the group of 3 double crochets, elongated double crochets. So where I say double crochet, it's elongated double crochet. I am at the end of this part and I worked my last group of 3, and into the same chain I will chain 2 and I will work 1 more group of 3, and actually into this last chain I will work both corners. So group of 3, then again chain 2 for the second corner of my rectangle. You know that the rectangle has 2 long and 2 short lines, and then I will work 1 more group of 3 double crochets to complete the second corner. Okay, so these are my 2 corners, and now I will come back on the other side of the chain, the same chain, and I will work exactly into the chain that I worked on the other side. I will work groups of 3 double crochets. Only that I am trying to work both part of the chain. So insert hook to the left or to the right, so you can just take 2 loops of the same chain where you worked on the other side the group of 3 double crochets. Okay, so not one loop but 2 loops, and if you try to insert hook on a corner of this chain, the same chain, you will be able to take 2 loops, so to work through 2 loops. Okay, I'm just working like this till the last chain where I already have my group of my corner, and what I have to do here is exactly the same thing what I did at the other end. I have to work 1 more group of 3 and chain 2, but to join I yarn over, insert hook into the double crochet and work a double crochet. So this is how I join. Now this is the only round that we will work. From now on we will work in rows. Okay, so I will begin with the entire corner and then I will work all around with the corners on the bottom, and the side where is worked together is the side bottom side of the cardigan, and this side where we work open is actually the opening of the arm. Okay, so we will work like this until we will have half of the circumference of the arm, okay, of our arm. So now I worked one complete corner. I will work one side, one long side. So we work the granny, so we skip the group of 3 and we work in between the groups of 3 other groups of 3 double crochets, elongated double crochets. It's pretty easy, the construction, and the stitch is the granny, classic granny, so I think there is no problem in to follow. Still watch the presentation before. Now I am working into the corners on the bottom part of the rectangle, which is the bottom part of the cardigan actually, and you will see that. And I work 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 more double crochets into the same, chain 2 space, then I skip into the next chain 2 space and work the same. I go until I reach the other corner on the upper part where here I am, where we work open work. So actually not the open work, sorry, we work in rows, so we don't join anymore from this second row. So the first was a round, from the second we work in rows. Okay, so I'm working my corner, my last corner. So the first and the last corners are divided, as you can see, because we are actually creating the space, the open, the space for the arm. Okay, where we will then work the sleeve, but on the first round, I have 23 actually centimeter after the first round is ready. Okay, so I only yes, 22 and a half. And now I will continue on working like this. I will switch to the second color because I am working with 2 colors, slip knot, and I work my special knot to change color. I'm working with a flambe yarn. You have the link below of both yarns that I am working with. Okay, so after I joined the new yarn, I turn my work, and from now on we will work like this. Now here is the granny, normal granny. We have to go straight, so we don't increase at the beginning and at the end of the row, only into the corners, and we work 1 double crochet. Actually I work 2 for the border. Okay, we skip one group of 3 double crochet, and into the rows where we skip one group of 3 double crochets, I work 2 double crochets for the border. Of course you can choose to work just 1. I choose to work 2. And into the next row, where we will begin with 1 group of 3 double crochet for the border, I only work 1. So this is how I work, just for the sake of, so this is the corner, and just for the sake of aesthetic sake, so I don't like a very large space, that's why. Okay, skipping the group of 3. Now work all around. Now you know how to work all around. Obvious, it's really easy. It's the rectangle. I work the last corner, and I will finish as I began, skipping the last group of 3 and working 2 double crochets, which are the border double crochets. Okay, so I don't want to confuse you. The border double crochet. And now from now on I will just continue on like this. I switch to the other color, so I work 2 rows with one color for the entire pattern. So now as you can see, I begin with one double crochet because I have to work my group of 3 immediately after the double crochet. Okay, so you know, for the granny we alternate these 2 rows. We work in between the groups of double crochets, of 3 double crochets. So we have one row, we begin with a group of 3, one row begins skipping one group of 3. Okay, that's why I'm working like this. And now I will work until I will reach my 15, 16 actually centimeters. And it's very important work a number of rows, odd number of rows for this part. This is the first part of the cardigan actually. So I will just continue on. Actually, here I am. I worked my, if you count the first row from the first round, actually the first is a round, but if you count it, I have a odd number of rows, round rows, so 7, and I have about 15 centimeters. The sum is 30 centimeters, which is just perfect for the circumference of the arm. If you want, so you can begin with the same number of stitches if you work with the same number of crochet hook, and if you need some more, complete with 9 rows. Okay, and now what we have to do is to join on the upper part. So we will join the 2 parts. We fold, as you can see, in length the rectangle, and now we have to join the upper part, as you can see, and this will be actually be our, so we chain 3, and in between the groups we just work a slip stitch, chain 3 in between the groups of 3, work a slip stitch. I am at the end, slip stitch, chain to secure, and you can cut the yarn. This is the very first part. We just concluded the first part of our cardigan. Okay, now we will continue on with the shoulder. That's it. Okay, so this is on the shoulder. Actually, this is a part of the shoulder. And now what I want to show you on the part that I finished. So we have to work 2 parts for this cardigan, equally parts. So exactly the same thing that you work now, you have to work 1 more, because there are 2 parts. I will begin on the corner, on the bottom part. So from now on we have just these 2 corners on the bottom part of the cardigan. Put a marker so you know where you finish the first part of the cardigan. And I will complete again 7 rows. Okay, so actually will be rounds. These will be actually rounds, and I will show you. We will work the front side, then we will go over the shoulder on the back side, and the bottom part of the cardigan. So this is the shoulder. We must have more or less the same number of rows for the first and the second part, and I have 20, 15 plus more or less 15, so I don't know, 30, yes, about 30 centimeters, 28, 30 centimeters, and because we have to complete the same number of rounds on this part, so anyway a odd number again. So I will begin on the front side. Let's say this will be the front side. Okay, on the bottom part into the corner I will complete 3 double crochets, chain, you know, my beginning double crochet, and work 2 more double crochets, and then complete the short side on the bottom part of the rectangle, because on one side we still have the rectangle on the bottom part. On the upper part we joined, where we joined, we work only a round, a normal round. Well, when we reach the part where we join together, so I work like this. I will put it like this so you can understand. So I worked my short side with the corners. I began into the first corner. I haven't finished it yet. And now on the upper part, so on the shoulder actually, I will continue on and we will go in round. Okay, so half it's rectangle, half it's we work just normally. And I am on the shoulder part where I joined together the sides, and here I will work before, so into the first corner, because we have two corners there, the two corners of the rectangle. I join, I put one group of 3, and the other side of the joint I will put another group of 3 double crochets. Okay, so one before, one on the other part. This is the joining line. So before the joining line, after the joining line, put a group of 3 double crochets, and now continue to the end of this first round. So you work actually the back side and the front side and the bottom and the length of the cardigan together now in this second part. And this second part you have to work like this until you reach the neck. Okay, so now I joined together the first round. Now I will change the yarn because I finished the first part with this color. Then I work the first round of the second part with the same color, and now I have to change color to switch to the other color. I work 2 rounds with one color, 2 with the other, for this nice effect. I like it. You can work 1 and 1, but you have to change color a little bit too fast. So I begin turn for each new round. So to begin a new round, turn, work 3 double crochets, and at the end you work the other 3 for the corner, and work all the side to the other side and back on our and the bottom part, and then again to the corner. So we work one side, second side, and the bottom side actually of the rectangle, the one that we still have. Okay, and that's it. I finished my 7 rounds, and I completed the shoulder part. With the first and the second part we complete the shoulder. It's a and now we have to work only the back of the neck, half of the back of the neck, because of course we have to complete half, because the other half is on the other side. So as you can see, this is the shoulder part, the part that we joined and the part that we just finished with the rounds. And the same number, more or less the same number, actually I worked the same number of rows, 7 for the first part and 7 for the second part. Okay, even anyway work a odd number for both parts. So now I divide actually in 2. That's why I said a odd number, because like this you can divide exactly in 2 parts, equally parts, the front side and the back side. And now for the back side I won't begin directly when I put the marker, so exactly into the on the shoulder, on the neckline, but I will begin one group of 3 under this marker that divides in two halves, the front side and the back side. So I will leave a little space on the back side, and this is because I want to put a nice border. Okay, so not exactly into that space where I put the marker, where is the half divided, actually the front and the back, but one space after this. And I will just begin, and I will just work only on the back side. So now I will just go ahead and work to the first corner. So I won't work anymore in round. I work only on the back side to the corner, and on the corner I will turn back. Okay, so I won't work the corner, only I will turn back and work in rows for 3 rows. Even here we need to complete with a odd number of rows. So I am into the corner, the bottom part corner, and now I just work. I work 2 for the border, you know, exactly as I explained you for the arm, that I work 2 for the border when I have to skip a group of 3, and 1 double crochet when I have to work the group of 3 immediately. And now I will complete the second row. So I turn, work into the, I turn, and now I will complete the second row of the back side. Okay, so this is what I work into the corner, and now I will complete to the end, upper end. I work 2 rows, sorry, for the back side, and I have to complete with my third, and into the last row we will also join with the other side. So you have to complete 2 sides. At this point you have to stop and to work the second side. I already have it, so I will just join. So you need to have 2 sides equally sized. Before you join, just be sure that on the upper part where you join for the shoulder, for the arm, it's on the right side both. Okay, so this is the wrong side and this is the wrong side. It's very important now to be sure that you put them properly, so you won't have a joining line on the right side and another joining line on the wrong side. And of course it must be the same on the it must be the same, the wrong side on the now when we join the 2 sides together vertically on the back side. Actually, this is a nice way of joining. It's seamless, let's say. So both sides are the same. Okay, I work my first double crochet, and I will join the first double crochet here because I need to join it. So I will insert hook into the double crochet of the other side. Actually, insert hook and pull the loop through. This is better, yes. Okay, and now I will work my first group of 3 double crochets. Okay, like this, and I will join. So work a group and then join on the other side. Okay, now join with a slip stitch, work another group of 3 and join again. So after each group of 3 you join with the other side. Okay, work and join. Okay, and can you see? It's perfect. It looks so nice. So I will continue on for this last row. Like this, I have my cardigan finally joined. together, both parts. So work the double groups of 3 double crochet, and then don't forget to join with the slip stitch on the other side. Okay, and go ahead, continue on like this. I finally joined my cardigan. This is the joining line. And now what I have to do is a border all around. I will insert the hook to join again the yarn on the left side. So just watch the last row. If it must be with the wrong side, because we begin with the right side. Okay, begin with the initial beginning double crochet and two double crochets only, because it's only the border, we don't work the corner, only the border. And I will just go ahead and work the granny stitch, so 3 double crochet in between the 3 double crochets, groups of 3 double crochets of the row below. Okay, and I will continue on until I reach the neckline. And now I will show you how to pass from the front side to the neckline. I will work a kind of decrease. Okay, it's very important. It's a tricky part here, but it's very important. Work this decrease so you will have a perfect neckline on the back side, or back of the neck. So I won't work into the granny, I won't work into the space, but I will work directly on the double crochet of the row, of the first row of the back side. How? I work into the space 1 double crochet, don't finish it, and go skip on the back side on the double crochet of the first row, and work 1 more and join them together. Okay, this is the kind of decrease, and then work 2 more, so you will have actually the group of 3 around the first row, around the double crochet of the first row. Now continue on working 1 group of 3 double crochets around each row that you put. So I have a total of 6 rows, because I put 3 and 3 on the back side. Okay, so exactly around the double crochet of each row on the back side. And on the other side you will work the same thing, but like in the mirror. So you begin with the 2 double crochets, and the third will be work in a decrease with another one on the other side, on the front side, let's say. So here I work 1 and I work 2, and the third I won't finish it, okay, because I will work 1 more into the space there on the front side. If you don't work like this, you will have a ugly space when you skip, or you will increase, and we don't want to increase on that part of the border. Okay, if you want, you can continue on with 1 more or 2 rows. I just put 1 around the neckline. And now let's see how to work the sleeve, the last part. Here we are at the last part of this cardigan. It is really easy. So you know where we work the first round of the rectangle. I will begin on the left side of the group of 3, exactly where I have the worked the corners. So on the left side I will insert hook and I will work my first group of 3. And the last group of 3 obvious will be worked on the other side of the same group of 3. So exactly the very first round, we work 1 round on the rectangle, then we worked in rows, exactly on the left side of that round where we work the corner actually. and then I will continue on working in each double crochet of each row. So actually into the double crochet, the border double crochet, into the stitch, insert hook and work 3 double crochets. So not around the double crochet but into the stitch. Skip into each stitch and work 1 group of 3. Okay? So each double crochet of each row. So I completed 7. You will have 7 plus 7 in my case, plus 2 that I added are 16. Actually 17, because I will work into the joining line, exactly into the joining line, work 1 more. Yes, you will have to work into the joining line, and then on the other side, exactly as we did before, we work into the double crochet. We go into the double crochet, so exactly where you have the double crochet, on the top of it. Of course there is 1 double crochet on the top of double crochet, but you know what I am saying. So on the top of it you work 3 double crochet, search for it, and there you have to work it. And I will show you how to join and to begin a new round. We will turn as always to begin a new round. We turn because it's easier to begin a new round. You are exactly in the position to begin a new round in between 2 groups of 3. If you don't turn, you have to slip stitch to reach the place where to begin a new round. It's really easy. With a granny it's perfect. I am working the group of 3 on the other side, as I said before, of the group of 3 of the first round of the rectangle. So I put 1 at the beginning, I put 1 at the end, and now I slip stitch into the first double crochet of the first group of 3. Okay, and I turn. As I said before, we turn and we begin like this a new, because when you turn you are exactly in between 2 groups of 3, and you are just ready to begin a new round. You don't need to slip stitch. Okay, and that's it. It's so easy. I will work more cardigans with this construction because I adore it. I don't know if this is my invention or there is already this kind of cardigan. Actually, you tell me, have you ever seen before this construction? I'm really interested because I did it by myself. I created it by myself. I actually worked so much for it, but I really like it and I hope you enjoy it. It's really easy. Now switch to the other color. If you work with 2 colors, yes, you have to work with 2 colors because it looks pretty nice. You can work it with 1 color too if you want it, but from my point of view, granny, it's really nice with 2 or 3, or I don't know how many colors you want to work with. So I switched to my second color and I will continue on for the length that I want, and that's it. So hope you enjoy it, and let me know if you have ever seen before this construction or it's the first time. See you at the next tutorial. So I will begin again in the middle of my 2 groups of 3, and I will continue like this. Happy crocheting! Bye! Don't forget to subscribe and to like my tutorials and to leave me a nice comment and to share.